Okay guys, so on my face right now I only have moisturizer, so I don't have anything else, no makeup, no nothing. And usually once I get out of the shower I put my moisturizer, let it sink in for a little bit, because that's going to help be able to have the product sit on your skin well. So I'm going to go ahead and start with putting on primer. My primer that I'm going to be using today is Smashbox. Now after I put on the primer, I like to start with a red canceling color, which is green. If you saw my Concealer 101, you would know that green cancels out red. I put the green like so on top of it, and I kind of just pat it in. You can use any kind of concealer. I'm actually gonna use a little bit of both. I have my MAC concealer and my Makeup Forever concealer, and that's just for more coverage. So the way I do is, since the MAC one is more of like a paste, I like to grab this first, and I use a small concealer brush like this. So it's small, and this one is by Sigma. It's F70. And I just grab a little bit of it, and I put it on my brush, and I just apply it on there. Okay, and the reason why I use a smaller concealer brush like this is for precision, because when you use it, sometimes your pimples might be very elevated on your skin, so it's hard to kind of use your fingers and get around everything. So the brush will actually help you with precision, because you can go right, left, up, down, and make sure that everything is covered. Okay. And you can go a little bit outside too, like I said. It will help you. So like that. And then I go ahead and use my liquid concealer, which is Makeup Forever. My number is 4. So I grab a little bit, and with this, sometimes it depends how I'm feeling. Sometimes I use this with my finger to kind of naturally go on there. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and use a big brush like this. This is actually a foundation brush, but I use this 95% of the time for concealer. So this is by Sigma, and it's F60. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit on there, like so, and go ahead and put on top of it. And try to pat. Don't do so much like strokes, because if you do strokes, it might actually take away the product instead of helping you blend in. So just go ahead and pat. Like I said, you can go ahead and try to even it out. This is my foundation by Maybelline. It's called Fit Me, and my color, I suppose, is 225. I don't know if that's the color number, but that's me. So whatever foundation it is that you're using, preferably when I have pimples going on, I like to use a full coverage foundation, because it will cover most things. And again, pat, pat, pat. I'm gonna go ahead and turn like this so you guys can see. So pat, 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 and just work it around. Don't keep my foundation like this. I'm gonna use a mattifying powder in a little bit so you guys can see, but I just want you to see how you apply the foundation on top of a pimple. I only put foundation like in this area up to here, so just right here so you guys can see, and I brought it down a little bit towards my neck here, because you have to kind of blend it in. You don't want to look like you have a mask. But the reason why I haven't finished the rest of my face is because I still have the concealer area to do, because this is kind of like a 2-in-1 video. I figured these are the most 2 important concealing factors that I do. Now for powder, you can either use something that is like a powder foundation for more coverage, for even more extreme coverage, or you can use a mineral veil. Mineral veil, as you guys probably learned in one of my other videos, or if you already know this, is just a mattifying powder. It doesn't add on coverage, it doesn't add on color, it won't change your look. So it's basically what you have on as foundation wise. The mattifying powder just come on to take away the shine. Okay, so but for today, since I want extreme coverage, I'm gonna be using my I'm going to be using my Kat Von D, and my color is medium 53, and it's called the Locket Tattoo Powder Foundation. And this, you can use it wet or dry, but for this purpose I'm going to be using it dry. So just pat on there and then tap away the excess. That is the whole step on how I cover a nasty pimple like this. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do when my dark circles are really bad and I really look in the mirror and I'm really tired, stressed out, sick, whatever it is, I really have to cut out that darkness. So I start by applying a pink concealer, because pink or salmon color cuts out that darkness, that bluish, greenish color. So I just go ahead and apply the pink. And I do it with my finger because I feel like it's the most natural way for this to go on. And I apply it on the top too because my eyelids are pretty dark and I don't like them like that. So I apply it everywhere, and as you can see I have like a pinky looking eye now. And I extend it a little bit, I go a little bit out, bring it a little bit down. If I want something really full coverage, I'll probably go ahead and use my MAC concealer and my Makeup Forever. I'm a number 4 and they're full coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and use this today. And how I apply my concealer for the most part is with my finger, because I find it, like I said, it's more natural because of the warmth of your finger. It helps it go on more naturally. But just for full coverage purpose, I want to go ahead and do it with my foundation brush, and this is F60 by Sigma. Go ahead and apply that. And as you can see, concealer should be lighter than your skin tone as you are trying to achieve a lighter under eye area. So that's what concealer is supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to cover that purplish slash blue coloring that you have underneath the eye or in the corners of your eyes, sometimes even on your eyelids. So you want to go ahead and do that, okay? And I bring it down this way. So like that, like this. And once I do that, then I just go ahead and apply my normal foundation routine. So go ahead and apply your foundation on top of your concealer. Okay, so I like to use my beauty blender. This is what it looks like. It's kind of dirty right now. I've used it earlier and yesterday and I didn't wash it. But this is what it looks like. And I like to just go on top of my foundation like this. And what the beauty blender does is it does exactly that. It blends and it makes it kind of look more uniform. So everything that you've put on, your foundation, your concealer, everything just blends in really nicely. So pat, pat, pat. You never want to rub, okay? You never do in a wiping motion, you just want to tap. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Kat Von D, just like that, and then tap, tap, tap. I like to do like a C motion, like that. So this is my fully covered finished eye. And this is my natural eye. So you can definitely see that I have a lot of darkness going on. So that's that for today's tutorial. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.